The MELO Groove Steel Orchestra. We are speaking with Gerard. He was giving some information about the history. We're very resourceful, you know, as a people, we're resourceful. And there's a little instrument that I see. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call it little, but it looks like a grater. And there's a pick.
Yeah.
Explain that one to me.
Okay, we actually call it a scratcher.
A scratcher.
And it's made up of originally a grater and a hair pick.
Wow. I'm like, is that a hair pick?
Yep. So you hold the grater in one hand, you hold the ear pick in the other hand, and you just move it up and down and to a rhythm.
You know what's so beautiful about this? Is that you cannot steal our joy. That's what I gathered from it. Like, it didn't matter how much money we had, whatever resources we had, we still came together and made it work.
Yes.
And we continue to make it work with little to nothing.
Exactly.
I love it. I love it. So, I love the sound of that grit. I don't know why. The grit, it sounds gritty. I love that sound. Did we get everything? No. There's another bell back there.
Yep.
Okay, what is that?
That's a tuck-tuck. So it's just to keep the rhythm. Yeah. Yeah. We call it by its sound. It calls tuck-tuck.
It does sound like tuck-tuck-tuck. Onomatopoeia. Tuck-tuck. All right, all right. And then we have... Is that the bongos?
We have the conga drum.
Congo. Okay.
Right.
What's the difference between a bongo and a congo?
The bongo is a little bit smaller than the conga.
Okay.
But that's a standard instrument. We call it the engine room.
Okay.
It's a heartbeat of the band. So all of the different percussion instruments form the engine room of the band and create that basic rhythm that everybody plays together.
It is definitely an engine. It gets you going. It gets you moving. It does. All right. So share the history. You were starting to tell us about the history of how, you know, the steel pan came along. Can you give us some more information about that?
Sure. So the steel pan, the history of the steel pan instrument is really the history of Trinidad and Tobago also.
Okay.
Okay. Trinidad was first rediscovered by Christopher Columbus.
We're still saying that?
It's rediscovered.
We're still saying that?
The people are already there.
We're not going to give him credit, but continue. I'm sorry, I had to interject, but go ahead.
No worries. But it was very far south, so they invited French settlers from the French Caribbean to come and live on the island. And then the British took over the island in late 1797. As a result, we have a mix of cultures that were there. Because of the French influence that was there, we had the masquerade. And so they had a masquerade ball. They used to parade along the streets and all the aristocrats and in a nice finery and have a great old time. Well, the other classes wanted to enjoy that as well.
Of course.
Right? So they created their own procession. They would grab whatever they could. Originally, they used the African drum, and they would play the African drum on the streets. And as you could result, the police didn't like that. They didn't like the noise.
Of course not. We're having fun. Are you kidding me? Let's stop that.
That's right. So they passed a law to ban the drum.
Whoa.
No more music.
Okay, I didn't know it was that deep.
All right. So when they passed that law to ban the drum, then the people selected other things to use. One of which was bamboo. So they played bamboo on the streets. And that was one of the precursors to this instrument. But bamboo would break. And when the bamboo broke, they would grab metal containers, dustbin covers, biscuit tins, and start hitting it on the street to make the music. And that was the precursor to this instrument. That's how that instrument was created.
Because they can't steal our joy.
They can never steal our joy.
I love it. I love it. So why is it important to continue having this band, or this orchestra rather? What's the importance of it? Why do we still need to carry on this legacy?
This instrument was created by a generation. No one person created it. It was a grassroots movement as a result of expressing oneself in the face of oppression. And so that is what it represents to everyone. And so passing it from generation to generation is a good thing, but not just that, sharing it with the rest of the world is also fantastic. There is now no country that does not have a steel band. It's everywhere, everybody loves it, everybody enjoys it, everybody plays it.
And thanks to Sing audience, we're gonna let you enjoy some more music while we go out to our next break.